Springs this judgment from Norwich springs from a court case, an employment tribunal, in fact, that Jordi Casamitiana brought against his employer, the League Against Cruel Sports. He claimed he had been sacked because of his ethical veganism. Here he is speaking outside the tribunal today.
Definitely, veganism is a philosophical belief. And when you look at my life and anybody else's life that is an ethical vegan, you will see it. You don't have to dig too deep. You will see how it affects in everybody's life and how important and how respectful it is for the world. And this is a positive belief. It's not a negative belief. And therefore, a positive belief is bound to be protected.
Well, Barbara Bolton is legal counsel for Go Vegan World. They try to persuade and then support people to go vegan. Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for having me on.
Please, thank you. It's a philosophical belief. Can you just help listeners understand what the difference between, say, a lifestyle is, which I think a lot of people would have thought veganism was, or ethical veganism might be, and a philosophical belief?
Yeah, the term philosophical belief and also the terms belief and conviction or protected belief and conviction come from the legislation that applies, the human rights conventions and the equality provisions that come from Europe and then flow into UK law. So the term ethical vegan is a modern term which has come about to distinguish people who are actual vegans, as I would say, from people who may call themselves vegan because they follow a plant diet for a variety of reasons, or may follow a plant diet for a period of time, but refer to themselves as vegan perhaps because they don't know the history of veganism. So the history of veganism, the term, the definition goes back to the 1930s and 40s in the UK, and it has always meant that you respect others, you respect other sentient life, human and non-human, and you also respect the environment. So really living vegan is about peace and respect, and the roots of it go back hundreds and perhaps even thousands of years. This idea of veganism as a modern phenomenon that really is about a plant diet for ourselves, which is really not what veganism is about.
And on practical terms, what does the judgment mean?
So this was a preliminary hearing which dealt with a preliminary matter in the case, which was, is veganism, this belief system, capable of being protected under the equality provisions? So the equality provisions protect certain characteristics. One of them is the philosophical belief, and there's criteria that are applied to that, which have been defined by the courts to decide which of our beliefs are protected. So we can believe anything we like, no one can interfere with that, but only protected beliefs give us the right to live according to those beliefs and mean that others have to adapt things for us. And as far back as 1993, veganism was found to be protected by the European Human Rights Commission when a vegan prisoner took a case and said, I'm being discriminated against because I'm being made to work in a way that is in breach of my convictions. And a preliminary hearing was held to determine, is his philosophical belief capable of protection? And they said it was. He went on to lose his actual case. But what we have here is the first time an employment tribunal in the UK has been presented with a claim like that. And this is the preliminary hearing to decide, is his philosophical belief capable of protection under the Act? They've said yes, it is, and now it will go forward to an evidentiary hearing, which is where they will decide, was he actually discriminated against because of his protected beliefs?
Barbara, thank you. Thank you very much. Barbara Bolton there.